We all know well that it is necessary to eat right for health. And what is proper nutrition? These are vegetables, fruits, nuts and so on. And what is the most useful fruit? Perhaps it's prunes. Of course, this is not exactly a fruit, it's like a dried fruit, but we understand that this is a former plum. But in fact, this makes it even more useful. And what happens if you eat prunes every day? In fact, the effect will be amazing. And if you are already 50 years old, then adding prunes to your daily diet is just a must. This is a very, very useful product. In this video, I will tell you in detail what changes will happen to your body if you start eating prunes regularly, and what positive impact it will have. So watch the video to the end, it will be very interesting, useful and delicious information. So, here we go. Prunes were first discovered as early as the 6th century BC. Then the ancient Egyptians noticed that the plum, after lying in the sun, strangely enough does not spoil, but simply dries out and at the same time remains tasty and nutritious. Thus, prunes are one of the very first dried fruits, but prunes reached Russia only in the 17th century. So, what will happen to your body? The first effect is, of course, the normalization of digestion. And this happens firstly due to the fact that there is quite a lot of fiber, only 2 prunes in terms of fiber content are equivalent to a whole banana. And another very important thing that prunes have is unique bifidobacteria, which greatly improve the microflora of your intestines. So if someone had problems with a chair, then the good old prune solves this problem literally once or twice. Not just, but very simple. The next item is our bones. Prunes are an excellent product for the prevention of osteoporosis. It helps a lot to prevent brittle bones. Researchers from the University of Florida have found that the daily consumption of 10 prunes significantly reduces the likelihood of developing osteoporosis and subsequently helps to avoid fractures. Let's go further, your heart will improve. The fact is that polyphenols, as well as potassium and other micronutrients contained in prunes, will give your vessel walls elasticity and strength. They will also strengthen your heart muscle and normalize the purity of the heartbeat. Therefore, it was noted that those people who regularly consume prunes have a reduced likelihood of cardiovascular diseases. Let's go further, slowing down aging. The fact is that prunes are very rich in a large number of antioxidant compounds, and they allow our body to resist the influence of free radicals. Thus, it slows down the aging process and reduces permanent microinflammation in our tissues. Separately, it is worth mentioning about vitamins. Prunes contain quite a lot of vitamins such as A, B, E and C. They, in turn, take a very large part in the formation of our immunity. They also improve the work of the cardiovascular system and the stomach. But carotenoids, that is, vitamin A, have a very healthy effect on our vision. Prunes also contain a lot of minerals, potassium, calcium, magnesium and phosphorus. They will be good for our bones, as I have already said, as well as for teeth, hair and our skin. Prunes also contain iron, which will help prevent anemia. So in the presence of vitamin deficiency, frequent colds, weak immunity and a general lack of vitamins and minerals, prunes should certainly be added to your diet. An excellent natural source of vitamins and minerals for your body. The next point is the effect on water metabolism and kidney function. The fact is that prunes have a fairly mild diuretic effect, so it will help to cope with edema and improve the functioning of your kidneys. And the removal of excess fluid from the body will have a very beneficial effect on your cardiovascular system and on your appearance. Well, are there any contraindications, any side effects and negative effects of prunes? In fact, there are not so many of them. In general, prunes are a very healthy product, but some undesirable manifestations are still possible and therefore we will tell about them. First, after all, prunes are sweet, that is, there are a lot of simple sugars in it, therefore, using too much prunes, you can potentially overdo it with calories, which can lead to obesity, although here of course you have to try. The glycemic index of prunes is 40, this is not a high index. That is, it will not provoke a significant increase in blood sugar and a corresponding release of insulin, which, for example, cannot be said about dates. It seems to be quite similar dried fruits, prunes and dates. But dates have a glycemic index of 100, that is, they have absolute glucose. Prunes are much preferable in this respect. And another contraindication of prunes is if a person already has loose stools, because prunes will weaken even more. There is another important tip if you use prunes. Firstly, when you buy prunes, it certainly needs to be washed, do not neglect this. Because it was processed at the factory, it was lubricated with oil of unknown origin, preservatives were added to it, that is, some preservatives may be safe and some undesirable. So of course prunes need to be washed, but it will be even better if you wash it, and then soak it in hot water for 20 minutes. This will allow you to wash off a large number of additives that are present on it and get an already primordial pure product.
Subscribe to the channel so as not to miss our new videos. See you soon.